Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Caboose bringing you another Gotham Knights video, and today what I got for you guys here is a news roundup going over a ton of information that's been coming out over the last couple of days for this game. A Superman Easter egg was found in Gotham Knights. There's Batcycle Racing that we're gonna have with your friends in co-op, and also the minimum PC requirements. We're talking about all that and more in today's video, but before we jump into this, we are in the single digits. Just a couple of days until this game will finally be in our hands, and I know you guys are hyped, and if you are, well then scroll down right now, hit that thumbs up button, share your hype with me, and let's get this video to 2,500 likes for the Gotham Knights hype. Okay, so first things first, the Gotham Knights social media page just a couple of days ago put out a post that was showcasing some footage of the Batcycle time trials that we are expecting to see in this game. They tweeted out saying, test your speed and beat your time in the Batcycle trials. Have a friend join via co-op and ride alongside each other. Check this clip out.
Let's rock
Okay, so we already kind of knew, like I said, that there was going to be time trials in Gotham Knights in some way, shape, or form, and it looks like a ton of fun from what they showed there. Even just that glimpse of the city looks fantastic. I can't wait to jump in, try and get 3 stars, be a completionist with all this stuff, because I love racing challenges like what they're going to do here for Gotham Knights. But what I didn't know is that we can have a friend jump in and run these time trials with us, so we can play co-op and do the time trials. And it's not necessarily going to be like a racing mode, but we get competitive. You already know I'm going to be jumping on co-op with my buddies. We're going to be playing these time trials, and we're definitely going to play it like it's a race. And that's so much fun. I can't wait to jump in and do that. It's not just gonna be me saying, well, here's my spot on the leaderboard, or here's my score, what's yours? You know, I get to actually be there in the moment, playing competitively with my friends online in co-op and racing around the streets of Gotham. Heck yes. We also got a brand new in-game look at the Night Watch, or the Jim Lee suit specifically for Robin, and holy smokes, it looks amazing in-game. This is definitely the best and most definitive suit that I would want to use for Robin in this game. I think he has a lot of cool suits that are available for him, and the customization for Robin in general is pretty sweet, but this suit is top tier. I just love how vibrant it is, and the colors on it is amazing, and plus this fight against the Talon is awesome. What a kick-ass encounter, and it just reminds me of how much fun I had playing as this character. Robin is up there as one of the most fun characters to play as in Gotham Knights. All of his abilities are so much fun to use, and when you're stringing everything together as well as trying to get those perfect evades, it's great. I do wish that there was a counter button, but everything that they showed here is a lot of fun when you have your hands on the controller. I'm just so amped to be able to explore these Court of Owl labyrinths, to see what's going to be in them, to face off against the court, these Talons. Oh man, everything that they're showing here, it just gets me more and more hyped. Next up in the news, and this is something that a lot of people have been asking for, and they actually closed out the developer Q&A with this, but also put out an official graphic for it. We now have the minimum PC requirements if you want to play Gotham Knights on that platform. They're going to put out the recommended settings very soon, and I mean, the game comes out in just about a week, so expect it pretty much any day now, but the minimum requirements goes as follows. You're going to need 60 FPS at 1080p on lowest settings on the OS of Windows 10 64-bit, a CPU of an Intel Core i5-9600K or Ryzen 5 3600, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GeForce GTX 1660 Ti or Radeon RX 590. Now, if you ask me to repeat what I just said 10 times fast, I'm most likely going to pass out. Essentially, what I'm trying to tell you here is that I'm not a PC nut, okay? I'm not a tech nut. I don't know this stuff very well. I have a decent rig. I got a pretty good PC with a lot of good stuff in there, although I would like to get it upgraded and maybe get a 4090 in there so that I can see Gotham Knights kind of at its max power. But what I'm trying to tell you here is, based on what I read online, these minimum requirements are a lot higher, or at least a bump up from what most games that are coming out on PC these days have their minimum requirements at. I couldn't really explain to you the reason why. I have no idea how this stuff works, so don't ask me. You're gonna have to look at other channels or other people out there who are a bit more aware of how this stuff works if you want an answer to that question. But to my knowledge, or at least what I think it could be, is that Gotham Knights is meant to be a next-gen only game, whereas a lot of games that are coming to PC these days have that previous gen, that last gen console port. So so they have the capability of running at fairly low settings. But if you want that 60 FPS, if you want that 1080p, and you want to run it at low settings, these are the things that you're going to need. At the end of the day, what I would probably recommend, especially if there is a performance mode on PS5 and Xbox Series X, is to just hold out. If you don't have a next-gen console just yet, but you really want to play Gotham Knights, just hold out until you can get a hold of one and then go from there. If you want to get a beefed up PC and see this game at max power, that's totally up to you as well. That's something that I plan on doing someday also. So if you want to do that, by all means. But if you just want to play the game, if you want to see it at a smooth 60 FPS and there is a performance mode on console, well then that might be the way to go. Last up in the news though, and this is a pretty big one, there is a huge Easter egg and some world building that was found in Gotham Knights. As you may remember, a couple of weeks ago, myself and plenty of other people out there got their hands on with Gotham Knights. Some people got to go to WB Montreal's studio, some people got to just play from the comfort of their homes, but nevertheless, a ton of footage was released online thanks to this, and it was exclusive content that was coming from different outlets out there. And Bruce Green, who some of you may remember from all the way back during the Inside Gaming days or Funhouse more recently, was able to get his hands on with the game and checked out really quickly the email section when you go into the pause menu and found a very interesting email from one Clark Kent sent to Dick Grayson saying, "Checking in. Death is a strange thing to deal with in our business. We face it head on daily. Our friends are in mortal danger constantly, and yet we are still never prepared for it. It always feels sudden, like we couldn't see it coming. I think Bruce did see it coming. I think that's why he always had such an urgency about him, why he always seemed like a man on fire. He knew that a countdown started the day he put on the cowl, that someday the risks he took would catch up with him. I respected Bruce for a lot of reasons, but that was a big one. He knew he had a limited time in this world, and he set out to make as much of a difference as he could before he was gone." Man, that was beautifully worded, and I wish I could have heard that come out of Superman's mouth for real in this game. That would have been amazing, but what a cool email, and what a great way to do some world building to make it apparent that Superman exists in this world. We also know that Robin's teleport uses the Watchtower satellite, so the Justice League existed in this game at one point, which I think is awesome, and through plenty of the trailers and the gameplay that we've seen online, there's lots of Easter eggs and references to the wider DC universe. So I love that Gotham Knights and the DC universe that it exists in is expanded. It has the Justice League, it has Superman, and all these other characters. That's awesome. All I need now is for me to stop fighting Superman in games, whether it's me playing as a Suicide Squad, or for me to stop reading emails about Superman existing in games that are revolving around the Batman family. Give me a Superman game. It is way past time. We got an amazing sounding Wonder Woman game on the way. It's just time, WB. Let's get a Superman game going. Let's get it off the ground. Superman deserves his time in the sun. Anyway, my tangent's over. I can't wait for Gotham Knights. I'm also looking forward to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Do not get me wrong. It's Rocksteady. I have all the faith in the world in them. And I mean, if they're trying to tee up a Justice League game, that would be insane. I'd empty my bank account for a game like that. And yeah, like I said, that Wonder Woman game from Monolith, hell yes. That is just a match made in heaven right there. I cannot wait. But okay, with that being said, now I want to kick it to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below on all the news that I had for you guys today. What excites you the most? What are you just in general most hyped to do when you get your hands on this game in just a week or just a little over a week? Sound off to all your thoughts in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. I've been Caboose, and I'll see you guys later.